All right, so I have put 2 coats of, it's like a 1-part bare epoxy from Home Depot down, just to kind of give the concrete a coating. I'll show some pictures of what it looked like before I did it, and then also I'll go ahead and show the product that I used here. It's been 24 hours since my last coat. So at this point, it's kind of only rated for light foot traffic. So I'm just kind of gently walking around. But it did a decent job. You can definitely tell like where the concrete was rough and it didn't really want to go down in the crevices that well. But it's going to be good enough for me. It's just going to coat the concrete, kind of help prevent stains. I also used like a non-slip additive on the last coat that'll help prevent from it being too slippy. It's almost like a gritty consistency when you run your fingers across it, so I think that'll work great. All right, so I'm working on getting the electrical panel put in place. So right when you walk in the door, I went ahead and I've already attached it using these brackets, and then self-tapping screws on the metal and then wood screws on the wood, but I have it all spaced out now.
So from here I'm going to put 2 more 2x3s, one over here and then one over there, and then I already have the panel attached to the plywood that I will be repurposing, and we'll attach it to all the 2x3s, and then I'll give you an update.
Alright, here we go. Just about finished getting it up now. Went ahead and framed it all in there. I have a couple screws holding it in place right now. But down the road I came across this, they were building some storage units, and it got to the point where they were throwing away stuff in the dumpsters, and I found this 100 amp panel that they were throwing out down there. So that was definitely worth getting. Have a nice panel. It's actually an outdoor panel, but a lot of money saved there. And then also there's just some receptacles to get me started out before I can wire everything up. So yeah, getting there.
So I had to cut the volume way down for this, but as you can see that I'm having some pretty decent sized leaks. This is a very heavy rainstorm, but it's definitely leaking underneath the doors. Luckily I have no leaks anywhere else, but I'm definitely going to have to find a way to address this. I think that if I caulk along the edges of the doors underneath the trim, that'll help a bit, but I guess we'll give that a try and go from there.
So I just wanted to provide a little update. So I finally got everything, started to get things moved into here. I have a temporary rig for lights. Not really recommended using extension cords and stuff. But I got my electrical panel all finished up here. Both of these are on separate circuits for now. That was kind of the way that it was when I found it. So I'm just going to leave it like that until I get a chance to rewire it. I just ran a cable into here. This is just a temporary thing until I'm going to probably put a box and then go similar box to what I have outside and do the same thing in here. I didn't realize until after I had already drilled through the building that I could have just gone right into the back of the electrical panel. So, oops, my bad. But I'll use that box on this side and then go straight up, use a little piece of pipe here. And that should do the trick. And then I'll be able to run in my actual electricity once I get the budget for it. The other day I was cutting grass and I made the stupid lazy decision to try to clean off the little bit of concrete that I have with the lawnmower rather than pulling out the leaf blower. And I'll show you a picture right here. But yeah, I basically busted my window out. So I have one on order, and then I'm gonna put a new window in. It's the old one down here. It was just shattered into 1,000 pieces, but luckily I had a tent on it that held it all together. Got my toolbox moved over, some temporary workbenches while I get things situated. Started moving my cans over. I just kind of set up like a little rig with a 2x3 and then just little hooks here that have this bungee cord to hold them from, stop them from falling off. But I'm just gonna basically do that as high as I'll need it. Maybe I'll come over here or over there if I need to. Like, we'll see. I know that when the door slams, there's a little bit of movement, but that's what this is supposed to be for. I don't know how quick they'll rot out, but I wanted to try that solution first. And we'll see how it goes. And so with this shelf, all I did was just take some little L brackets, put some self tappers into the metal, and then 2 wood screws into the wood on both sides. And then I just found these little hooks, which I'll link on Amazon. And then just sent 2 self-tapping screws into those, and then the bungee, which I'll also include the link for. You can probably even do it tighter than I did, which would hold it tighter. I guess I could probably tighten it up in a little bit, but it seems to hold things pretty good. Like, it would take a lot of force out to really make it fall. So I think the shorter one would probably, either way, you have to be pulling on it and trying to like get it out in order for it to fall. All right, so I have been working away and I finally got it about the way that I want it. So this will be the area that I'll be able to keep all my cans and caulk and just oils and anything else that I need. But basically I just took 2x3s, 8 foot long, and then just cut them as needed. I was almost able to use, like, I was able to cut one with one there, off the same board, and then I still had, I think, like 18 inches left over. And so then I got these little U hooks, attached them in there, and then went ahead and bought some bungee cord so it holds it tight to the wall so that it doesn't slip out. Some of the shorter ones are a little bit sketchy, like the body filler right there, and like goof off and the oil, and then some of these like small engine oils, so I put them closer to the bottom. But everything else fit pretty well, and then I have some extra space for when I go to expand and put more in. So yeah, I will include the things that I used in the description.
Also, just a quick note before I end the video, I did end up replacing the window. I meant to record it during the process and got carried away. One thing I will note on the 2nd gen Tacomas is they have a cutout on the inside of the door. I'll show it right here. That allows you to slide the window in from the inside of the door. I ended up putting new 3M tape and then replace my rain guards later. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay healthy from the Walker Family Farm.